Well, anyone is welcome to speak after I'm finished. It's no bother, like. Sorry about that. I did want to ask why they're all men.
Big business just there.
Right.
Oh, is that
Is anyone questioning why they're all men?
Yeah.
These are soldiers, okay? And I know that's hard to take in. But these men will be on our streets. They will be policing us when we stand up like this. But if we don't keep this going, they're coming in all the time, every day, every single day. And we will be outnumbered. And then we're in trouble. We're in trouble already. What's happening in Sweden and Germany, it's happening all across Europe. There's terrorist attacks all the time. And it's coming to us. Look at that child in November 2023, what happened up in Parnell Street. And it's all just gone silent. There's going to be big terrorist attacks in our country. Hundreds of people are going to die. Car rammings, stabbings. They're going into schools, for God's sake. They're a different breed. Our cultures don't mix, and we don't want them here. Yeah. Simple as. We have a great community here in Kells and the surrounding areas, right? But we're not all going to get on. We're not all going to see eye to eye. But see this? This is the biggest problem that our community is going to ever face in our lifetime. And we all have to come together. It doesn't matter who you're fighting with. If you're fighting with your neighbour or you boxed the head of someone on last Saturday night in the vibe, it doesn't matter, okay? Because this is the big problem. And when we're over here having these little tit-for-tat arguments, you can be sure Helen McEntee and her buddies are shipping in hundreds of men into this building. She doesn't care about you.
No.
She doesn't care. She might put a couple of grand into your school, or she might throw 50 grand into your football club just before the elections, coincidentally, you know? But when your child has been sexually looked at in the street, and it's already happening in Kells, let me tell you. There you go. Where is she? Where is she? Yeah? He works for APAS, and now, what is she now? Minister for Education. You couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up. Don't even get me started on that one. That's tomorrow night. Right, I'm going back to the different types of people that are coming in. Yeah, you have the economic migrants, the ones that are calling your country Treasure Ireland. That's what they're calling it. Because they're landing in Dublin Airport, they're getting housed, they're getting a medical card, when local people are getting their medical cards taken off them. Sick local people, might I add. They're getting food vouchers, they're getting everything. And we're getting nothing. So while they go up and up and up and they get everything, we're going down. We are bottom of the barrel in our own country, and it has to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is if this crowd keeps building and building and building. That's how you do it. The government are afraid of numbers. They're afraid of people power. And this is what we need to do. We need to build this. We have to do this, Kells, because I swear to God, once they get in there, they're not going to come out. They will not come out. I don't know. Does anyone know what dates or when they're going in or anything? No.
They were saying we didn't know all.
Oh, he would, yeah. But
You mentioned him, he's escaping away from the whole lot of it. He's the one that's bringing them down.
well, I don't know him personally. I probably know him still. But you know what? I had 2 phone calls with him last week, and he's an absolute disgusting man. The way he spoke to me, he's a creep and he's disgusting, and he should be absolutely ashamed of himself. He's disgusting. Doing this to his own community. Look at all these kids. Look at all these women. We can't walk on the streets anymore. Jesus, we were only talking, Linda, a few minutes ago. We'd walk from the Vibe, fall up Carrick Street in our 20s, down into Windy, over to Father McCullough's. You won't do it at 7 o'clock at night now. We were doing that at 3 and 4 in the morning. I do agree with Sarah on one thing. She's not here, but I'll say it anyway. She's questioning the appropriateness of the building. And I'm looking at the building, and it's not appropriate. It's not. Would you agree?
Yeah.
But you know where else is not appropriate? Carrot Street, Barrel Street, Fair Green, Rockfield. Do you know where I'm going with this? Kells is not appropriate because we don't want it, and we are not taking this. We need three things in this country, and it has to happen now. Because 3 years ago, I stood on the Navan Road, and there was only a handful of us, and we had these signs, right? And I want to just draw your attention to this one. 11,500 people are homeless. That's 14,500 now. These signs are 2 years old. Our own people are on the streets in Dublin. I go up once a month, a couple of us go up, and we go on the streets with rucksacks, with sleeping bags, with duvets, with pillows, to give out to the Irish homeless. And then you have this crowd coming in here, getting free everything. Heating, bills, everything sorted. 3 meals a day handed to them. And when they get their PPS number, they get €115 a week. Sorry, the three things we need. We need to close the borders. We never asked for this. We didn't sign up to this. The government did this to you. They are dangerous. They are the enemy. Yeah. We need mass deportations. All these men have got to go, right? They're not welcome here. They don't belong here. Our cultures don't mix. They don't respect women. They don't respect children. And they have no loyalty to this country. And I am telling you, when they kick off, they will stab any of us in a split second, and they'll stamp all over you. Because they don't care. They've no value for life. They're just a different breed altogether. Yeah. I only found out about it on Friday. Now of course it was. I can guarantee you they knew this before the general election in November. And that is the truth. I was going to ask Sarah, but she actually didn't come. I met her in Parkway earlier on. I thought she would have had the courage to come.
They're all lying.
They all lied. They all lied. They're lying for years. They're lying for years.
Should the emails that we got back from saying that we were told 4 weeks ago? Bullshit.
Look at it. Like, I mean, they are way ahead with this. You know? Midland Construction. Midland, yeah.
He owns there, yeah. He owns all the big companies.
Yeah, the people that are knocking at your door saying they're going to do this for you and they're going to do that for you. Yeah. People we voted in.
Once their pockets are being lined, they're going to lie to us. No matter what.
Sorry. The owner of this building, in and around €85 per person per night, right? So, look, you do
Who the fuck's paying for that?
I don't know, but it's a lot of money.
Who the fuck is paying for it?
It's a lot of money. For somebody that money follows money, you know what I mean? Money follows money. And the greed just keeps on coming, you know? And he doesn't care about the safety of anyone.
You don't let the buses in.
Right. I don't know how much of what you have seen and stuff. Has anyone seen what happened in Newtown Mount Kennedy? Yeah, right? It was horrendous. It was just horrendous looking at what was going on there. The brutality used against people, women were dragged around, right? They were dragged. It was absolutely shocking, right? This is and saying we need numbers, we need to build, right? We need to keep building. We need to connect with other communities. I'm connected with quite a lot of communities in we'll say that are standing up, okay? We all connect. The country has to come to a standstill. No schools, no work, block roads. We have to do, like, I'm just thinking of what we can do. I'm trying to think what we can do. But see that government, they have to go. They're completely destroying the country. They are destroying the place. Look, like, I don't know what people are thinking to do or not to do, but I mean, if it comes to the stage, what they do is they bust them in the middle of the night, right? So if it means me camping out there, starting from tomorrow, I do it. But I need you all to help me do it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we get a rota done, you know? I know there's other things going on in the background, like with an injunction and stuff like that, but I'm just thinking of another way that we can.
How do we hear about the injunction? How do we hear?
Has any of the lads tell us about the injunction? Anyone? I don't know very much about it. No, we just leave it, just let it, yeah. So, I'm going to be honest, right? None of that matters because they don't care, right? They will drag people. If we are lined up here, we'll be dragged. These men will be walking in. This is what's happening. They're walking in and they're looking at us and they're sneering and they're laughing because they're here to take over and they know exactly what's happening. This is a takeover, right? We are being invaded and we are going to be taken over unless something happens very, very fast. Yeah, we need to stand up for the town of Kells. We're going to focus on this, right? Now, please God, this doesn't go through, you know? Please God. But you can be sure if this doesn't happen, it'll happen somewhere else. And they probably already have something in mind.
In Kells.
In Kells.
Yeah.
So look, I'm just going to finish up. Thanks very much for listening to me. We need to stand together. We can't leave here and then that's it, okay? We need to get a plan in place. We need to get active. But we're going to be peaceful, okay? Nobody wants violence here, and if the guards are listening to me, we are not violent people. We are scared. I am terrified in my house with my daughter on my own, and that's why I'm standing here. That is why I'm here, and I'm here for all these kids and all the people here. I emailed asking, well, I think we all got the same generic emails back from all the councillors, right? I went back to Sarah and I just told her very nicely, very politely, that I knew exactly what was going on, and this generic response was water off the ducks back to me. And I asked her how she could do this to her community. How is she doing this? And I said, Sarah, I'm terrified. Got no reply from that. A couple of hours later, I sent an email because I wanted to know about the meeting that was coming up. And I only found out last night the meeting was yesterday. She never got back to me. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have no clue.
What about the man that owns this building? What had he got to say? Not nice. What do you think about it?
Mir, he's probably on a flight to the Bahamas at this stage, I'd say. What did he say to me? I inquired last Friday what was going on, and it was he has disposed of the building and it's nothing to do with him. And then I rang him again on Saturday and I just said, Mark, how many men are going into the building? Oh, but sure, I want to know. And I said, but surely it's your building. Oh, sure, I don't know. He was very rude, okay? And at the end of the call, I did say to him, I said, you're a very dangerous man. And he said to me, if it's only now you're finding that out. So that's the kind of person that we're we're dealing with here. He doesn't care about any of us.
Everybody
or any
cancel
of
your
these
bins.
businesses.
Take
He
your
doesn't
bins back.
care.
Cancel your bins. Don't use any of his companies.
So,
Boycott. Completely boycott.
what do you say? A yes and get active. We need to set up, you know, a committee.
He's a yes.
We need to throw out ideas. You know, we keep the Kells Says No page up to date, and with anything that we hear, and we all need to stand together, because this is really, really, really serious. It's the most serious thing we are going to deal with in our lives. So, thanks very much.
Well done, Kira. Well done.